Hello my great people, how are you doing today? Thank you so much for tuning in to this YouTube channel. So there is this thing that has been happening mostly in Western Kenya. So by the way, I'm recording this video from Kakamega. Kakamega, as I said, it is a town in the western parts of Kenya. Actually, when you come to Kenya, to a place, the capital city, which is Nairobi, you can take around 300 kilometers or so, around 350 kilometers to Kakamega town, which is in the western parts of Kenya. So like when you reach Nairobi, you can just board a matatu, then you say that you are going to Kakamega. So in this video today, I want to discuss about a certain culture that usually happens in Bungoma, and this culture is about the circumcision ceremony. By the way, I am a Bukusu, and I have been seeing this culture that has been happening each and every time, like after 1 year, like for example, like this year, this culture is happening, the circumcision ceremony culture, whereby young boys who have attained a certain maturity stage, they undergo this circumcision ceremony. Actually, this circumcision ceremony in Bukusu, it is referred to as embalo, and this is whereby this young boy undergoes a certain ritual before this boy gets circumcised. Like this boy must undergo certain things in the culture of the Bukusu, whereby this boy needs to visit the uncles, this boy needs to do some things like just visiting some of the relatives who will nurture this boy to be a good person immediately he has been circumcised. And I've seen most people wondering how this culture happens, because you'll find out that people don't understand how this culture happens, because they question some of the things. Like for instance, when this boy goes to the uncle's place, you'll find out that the uncle will talk to this boy as if he is humiliating him. Like when someone records that video, you might think that the uncle is trying to maybe to be harsh to the boy. He's trying. Sometimes some of the uncles, they are very ruthless. They can even beat up the boy. But at the end of the day, it's not a matter of beating him. Sometimes there are those people who overdo it, though it is not required. The parents should intervene, and I think it should be done in a very organized and a very structured way, not exactly just humiliating this boy because he's going to be a man. Because in the Bukusu culture, they believe that when someone gets circumcised, the next thing is that this boy or this man is going to be an adult, and this man is now able to be a man in the society, a person who can make his own decisions. Like there is a video I've watched here online, whereby the boy went to the uncle, but the uncle behaved as if the uncle was humiliating this boy. And in the clip, I saw that the mother had to come and intervene, because it was so extreme to an extent that those people who were around that boy were not happy with that behavior. So this culture has been happening for many years. And before you get circumcised in the Bukusu culture, by the way, I am Bukusu, so before you get circumcised in the Bukusu culture, you must approach your father. Then your father will guide you on the best ways, or your father will decide maybe which way you want to get circumcised, because there are those people who choose the traditional means, and there are those people who choose the other means, whereby the traditional means. But most people nowadays, they choose the hospital means, because they know that it's safer compared to the other means, the traditional means, because most of these traditional means, sometimes the safety measures, but though the safety measures has been guaranteed, because nowadays after being circumcised in the homes, they go to the hospitals to be treated, and some of the doctors can also visit those homes that they are practicing this traditional circumcision. So things have now been enhanced, and also people are now advocating for going to the hospital, because it is the best thing to do. So that is what has been happening all around the Bukusu culture. Like it is also continuing to happen even up to this moment. It is still happening, and many people still believe that it's the right thing to do. It's the right way for you to be a man, or to get circumcised and also join the manhood society. And also there is also something that I also want to mention, and I think I'm going to make this video like each and every part. I'm going to mention some of the things that usually happens in the whole circumcision ritual and the whole circumcision ceremony. So I've talked about going to the ankle, not really going to the ankle. I've talked about the boy going and telling his father that I want to get circumcised. Then the next thing that I also want to talk about is let me call it the next stage. So they have now agreed that maybe the boy has chosen the traditional means of circumcision. This boy has sat with the father, and the boy has told the father that, my dad, I am ready. I feel like I am ready and I want to get circumcised. So the dad they will agree on the means. That sometimes they ask the boy if he will be so comfortable going for the traditional means. And if the boy is not comfortable, or maybe if the father is not comfortable, they will choose to go to the hospital. And in the hospital, it's even sometimes much cheaper compared to the traditional means of circumcision, because in the hospital, right now, I'm sure sometimes you don't even go to the hospital. We have these doctors who just come to your place and they circumcise your kid, or you just get circumcised at your compound. You don't have to go to the hospital, and it's cheaper. It's very much cheaper compared to the traditional one, which involves you have to buy a cow, you have to pay for the person who will actually do the circumcision, you have to pay the uncles, you have to buy it involves a lot of things, which is very much costly compared to just going to the hospital with your boy, or the doctor coming to your place. Then they pay for that circumcision thing. And then if now they have agreed on which way the boy is going to be circumcised, if he chooses the traditional means, actually the elders will come together and they will discuss on how they are going to do this ceremony. The elders will agree on how they are going to do it, the bulls that will be required. The boy will undergo some practices, like he will have to train on how he will practice to, I don't know how I can call this, that thing that they usually, I will share an image here. That thing they usually do this. The boy has to practice each and every day until the day that he will now, the official day of him entertaining people with that thing. I don't know its English name. The boy will have to entertain people. In fact, every day there are those people in the village who are trained to come and show this boy how he needs to do it. So the boy will walk around the village telling people that I'm soon going to get circumcised. You should come and join me in the ceremony. A lot of things will happen, and after the training, the day that this boy is going to get circumcised will be announced. Like for example, is going to be circumcised maybe tomorrow. Now, the previous day before this boy gets circumcised, that's when a lot of preparations will happen. The boy will have to undergo a lot of things. Many people will show up. It will be like acacia, an overnight thing. In the Bukusu culture, we call it hominya. Like, many people will come, the villagers, the neighbors will come to witness how this boy is actually entertaining people with that, beating that thing. Like a lot of things will happen during that night before the boy gets circumcised. So that is what usually happens the previous day before this usual day that the boy gets circumcised. And it usually involves a lot of things. Sometimes, although before this day reaches, the chief of the area is always called upon so that he can provide security, because sometimes there is these insecurity cases, but the security is always provided. It should not be something that is done in a way that security is not guaranteed, because this is a safer place and it is a home of a person, a parent who wants his child to be circumcised. So there is a guaranteed security whereby the elders of the area, they must come up, they must show up, and they must provide security for this boy. So that is what usually happens. And before the usual day where this boy will get circumcised, the person who circumcises this boy must first of all prove that he is able. But by the way, they don't just choose a person who just comes up and says he knows how to circumcise. No, they choose an experienced person. We call that person muhevi or muhevi. we call that person omuhebe. So this person must show that he is able to practice he is able to circumcise this boy in the required manner. They don't just pick up anyone. Like, he must be a qualified person, you see. So this person will show up and talk to the parents. They will agree the price that he will actually mention, and maybe they can negotiate a little bit. And then after negotiating, they will now agree on what on the day that he will actually come and perform his duties. So that is what usually happens. Like, they will now agree that the boy is going to get circumcised tomorrow, and we have agreed that I'm going to get this amount. So they will agree on the amount, and then on the day that the boy, so before they are now, so let's say this the day has reached, and they are doing that overnight ceremony. Before early in the morning, they can go to the river or a nearby water stream, so that this boy can be, they smear some mud on the face, and also they smear some mud on the head. Very early in the morning, they usually go there at around 4 a.m. even at 3 a.m. very early in the morning. So they have to do certain rituals there in the stream of water or in the river. It depends where with the place. So they will actually do their rituals there. They will smear the boy with mud. They will actually tell the boy a lot of things. They will tell him that you are now going to be a man. You are now going to undergo this ritual. You decided that you want to be a man. This is the thing that you need to do. You need to understand that you are now a man. You should not interact with some of these things. Like, you should not be interacting with those people who are not focused. Like, he should be this boy is guided on what he should be doing, because he is going to get circumcised and join the society. So he'll actually be told a lot of things that he should be doing, a lot of things that he should not be doing. And after that, they will now start the journey of going to the home. Remember, the boy has not been circumcised yet. It is around, let's say around, they went to the river at around maybe 3 a.m. but they have come from the river at around maybe, let's say around 4 a.m. So they do a lot of things in the river. Like, they tell the boy a lot of things. They guide him on what he should be doing, and after that, they now start the journey of going to the home of this boy. And remember, the way the road that they used to go with going to the river, they cannot use that very same road, because in Bukusu culture, many people believe that sometimes when you use the same road, maybe someone had put some herbs on the road so that they can harm this person. So they usually use a different route. They don't use the same route that they used to when they went to the river. So they use a different route. It is a culture, and that's how many people view it. So they will use a different route to reach the home. So when they reach the home, the boy will finally get circumcised. And after this boy gets circumcised, sometimes it happens that the boy refuses to sit down. Like, when he is standing, then the person doing the circumcision, sometimes after finishing the work, this guy goes, and then the boy is told that you should now sit down, because the thing has now happened. But the boy refuses to sit down, because sometimes it is believed in the Bukusu culture that you need to be given something before you sit down. So this boy might be given maybe a cow so that he can sit down, or maybe this boy might be given something like a hen or money sometimes before this boy sits down. So actually, thank you guys for enjoying this video, and thank you for following me. I'll also thank you for subscribing to this channel, and I'll show you guys a lot of things. I'll actually explain to you some of the things that happen in our culture. See you on my next video.